Ladies and gentlemen, being dangerous is not about intimidation or recklessness. It's about embodying a state of mind that makes you a force to be reckoned with. It's a declaration to the world that you're no longer willing to sit on the sidelines of your own life. It means stepping into your power, being deliberate in your actions, and understanding that the path to greatness requires you to rise above the ordinary and tap into something extraordinary. Being dangerous is a mindset, a way of approaching life with an intensity that leaves no room for hesitation or doubt. It's the ability to walk into any situation, any room, any challenge, and command respect, not because you demand it, but because your presence and actions naturally earn it. To be dangerous, you must first understand what it means in the context of your life. It's not about posing as a threat to others. It's about being the kind of person who is unshakable, unstoppable, and unyielding in the pursuit of their purpose. It's about developing the skills, discipline, and mindset that make you so prepared and focused that nothing and no one can deter you from your goals. Being dangerous is about being so committed to your vision that obstacles become irrelevant. It's a way of living where fear doesn't dictate your actions and doubt doesn't hold you hostage. It's about showing up every single day with a level of intensity that sets you apart from the masses. There is a unique kind of power that comes from knowing exactly who you are and what you stand for. Dangerous people don't waver in their convictions. They don't get blown off course by the opinions of others or by the storms of life. They are rooted in purpose and driven by a clear sense of direction. To reach this level of clarity requires introspection and honesty. You have to confront the areas in your life where you've been playing it safe, avoiding risk, or settling for less than what you're capable of achieving. Being dangerous begins with shedding the excuses, the justifications, and the distractions that have held you back for far too long. Preparation is a key element in becoming dangerous. When you're dangerous, it means you've done the work that others are unwilling to do. It means you've trained yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically to be ready for whatever comes your way. This isn't something that happens overnight. It's a process that requires relentless effort and a refusal to settle. Dangerous people prepare for opportunities before they even arise. They put in the hours when no one is watching. They sharpen their skills until there is no room for mediocrity, and they build a foundation so solid that it can withstand any challenge. When you prepare like this, you walk into every situation with confidence because you know you're equipped to handle it. Being dangerous also requires a certain level of focus that most people simply don't possess. In a world full of distractions, the dangerous are the ones who can tune out the noise and zero in on what truly matters. They understand that time is their most valuable resource, and they refuse to waste it on things that don't serve their purpose. This level of focus allows them to move with precision and efficiency. It's what enables them to achieve in a day what others might take weeks or even months to accomplish. Dangerous people don't scatter their energy. They direct it like a laser cutting through the trivia and going straight to the heart of what needs to be done. Resilience is another defining trait of those who are dangerous. Life is not a smooth ride, and setbacks are inevitable. But dangerous people don't crumble under pressure. They thrive in it. They see failure not as a stopping point, but as a stepping stone. They use adversity to build strength, and they view every challenge as an opportunity to grow. This resilience is what makes them unbreakable. It's not that they don't face difficulties. It's that they refuse to let those difficulties define them. They bounce back from setbacks with even more determination, proving that nothing can keep them down for long. Now, another aspect of being dangerous is the ability to remain calm and composed under pressure. When others panic, dangerous people stay level-headed. This composure gives them an edge in situations where quick thinking and clear judgment are required. It's not about suppressing emotions, but about mastering them. Dangerous people understand that emotional control is a form of power. When you can keep your emotions in check, you can navigate even the most challenging situations with clarity and confidence. Finally, being dangerous means embodying an aura of purpose and determination that is impossible to ignore. It's about carrying yourself in a way that exudes confidence and competence. This doesn't mean being arrogant. It means being self-assured. Dangerous people don't need to boast or seek validation from others because their actions speak louder than any words ever could. They are grounded in their mission, and this sense of purpose shines through in everything they do. Recognizing the power within yourself is not a simple realization. It's a profound awakening. It's the moment you understand that you are not a bystander in your own life, but the author of your story. This is not just a motivational statement. It's a call to take ownership of the incredible potential you possess. Every person carries within them an untapped reservoir of strength, creativity, and resilience, but most never truly access it. To channel your inner strength means unlocking this reservoir and using it to its fullest capacity. It's about refusing to accept limits imposed by circumstances, society, or even your own fears. Your inner strength is not something external that needs to be acquired. It's already within you, waiting to be activated. Often, it lies dormant, buried under years of doubt, insecurity, or conformity to expectations that don't align with your true self. To tap into this strength, you must first shed the beliefs that tell you that you're not enough or that success is reserved for others. These limiting beliefs are chains that keep you bound to mediocrity. Breaking free from them is the first step in channeling your power. This requires courage. The courage to look inward, to confront the parts of yourself that you've been avoiding, and to rewrite the narratives that have held you back. Inner strength is not just about physical or mental toughness. It's about resilience and determination in the face of adversity. Life will throw challenges your way. There will be moments of pain, loss, and uncertainty. But these moments are not meant to define you. They are meant to refine you. It's in these times of struggle that your inner strength is forged. Adversity is not your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. It's the crucible in which you discover just how powerful you truly are. When you face these moments with courage and perseverance, you build the kind of strength that no obstacle can overcome. To channel your inner strength, you must cultivate self-awareness. You need to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your passions, and your fears. This level of awareness requires honesty. It means looking at yourself without judgment, recognizing where you're excelling and identifying where you need to grow. Self-awareness is not about criticizing yourself. It's about knowing yourself so deeply that you can harness all aspects of who you are to move forward. When you know yourself, you can face any situation with confidence because you're no longer at the mercy of external forces. Of this critical aspect, channeling. Your inner strength is developing discipline. Strength without discipline is like a powerful engine with no steering wheel. It's directionless. Discipline is what allows you to channel your power effectively. It's the commitment to showing up every day, doing the work, staying focused on your goals even when motivation wanes. Discipline is not about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about taking small, deliberate steps every single day toward becoming the person you're meant to be. This kind of discipline requires you to prioritize your time and energy to say no to distractions and to stay true to your mission. Your inner strength is amplified when you learn to trust yourself. Trust is the foundation of confidence. It's the belief that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. This trust is not something that happens overnight. It's built through action. Every time you face a fear, take a risk, or push through a challenge, you strengthen your trust in yourself. This trust is what allows you to take bold steps, to dream big, and to pursue your goals with unwavering determination. When you trust yourself, you become unstoppable because you're no longer dependent on external validation or approval. Inner strength is also deeply connected to your ability to stay grounded. In a world full of noise and distractions, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Staying grounded means staying connected to your values, your purpose, and your vision. It's about creating a sense of stability within yourself so that no matter what chaos is happening around you, you remain centered. This grounding gives you the clarity and focus needed to channel your strength effectively. It allows you to move through life with purpose and intention rather than being swept away by circumstances or the opinions of others. To fully channel your inner strength, you must embrace the idea of growth. Strength is not a fixed trait. It's something that can be cultivated and expanded over time. Every challenge you face, every skill you learn, every risk you take contributes to your growth. This mindset of growth allows you to see failures and setbacks not as defeats, but as opportunities to become stronger. When you approach life with a growth mindset, you realize that there are no limits to what you can achieve. Your strength is not static. It's dynamic, evolving with every experience and every choice you make. The process of channeling your inner strength also involves surrounding yourself with the right people. The energy attitudes of those around you have a profound impact on your ability to access and utilize your power. When you align yourself with people who uplift, challenge, and inspire you, you create an environment that nurtures your growth and amplifies your strength. Conversely, when you allow negativity and doubt to infiltrate your circle, it drains your energy and weakens your resolve. Choosing your relationships wisely is a powerful way to protect and enhance your inner strength. Outworking everyone is not just a strategy, it's a way of life. It's the realization that talent can only take you so far. And the real game changer is the effort you're willing to put in when no one else is watching. It's about understanding that the playing field may not always be even, but the one thing you can control, the one thing that's entirely in your hands is how hard you're willing to work. This doesn't mean clocking in a few extra hours or pushing yourself every now and then. It means making relentless effort a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. It means dedicating yourself to your goals with an intensity that sets you apart from everyone else. There's something powerful about the grind. It's not glamorous and it's often grueling, but it's where true greatness is forged. When you outwork everyone, you step into a realm where excuses no longer exist. It doesn't matter if you're tired, if the conditions aren't perfect, or if no one else believes in you. What matters is that you show up day after day with a mindset that refuses to accept anything less than your best. This level of commitment is rare, and that's why it's so impactful. While others are looking for shortcuts, you're doing the hard work. While they're hesitating, you're moving forward. This is the edge that separates those who succeed from those who merely dream. Outworking everyone means embracing the idea that nothing worth having comes easy. It's about rejecting the mindset of entitlement and understanding that success is earned, not given. This means putting in the hours, honing your craft, and constantly striving to improve. It's not enough to do the minimum or to match the effort of those around you. You have to go beyond. You have to push past your comfort zone, stretch your limits, and be willing to do what others won't. This kind of work ethic doesn't just happen, it's a choice you make every single day. It's about deciding that your goals are worth the sacrifice, the effort, and the grind. When you outwork everyone, you're not just building skills or achieving goals, you're building character. The process of pushing yourself to your limits, of persevering through challenges, shapes you into a stronger, more resilient person. It teaches you discipline, focus, and the ability to overcome obstacles. This is why effort is so much more than a means to an end. It's a transformative experience. Every late night, every early morning, every moment of discomfort is a step toward becoming the person you're meant to be. And when you outwork everyone, you're not just competing against others, you're competing against yourself. You're challenging yourself to be better today than you were yesterday, to keep raising the bar and to never settle for mediocrity. One of the most significant aspects of outworking everyone is the ability to remain consistent. It's easy to work hard when you're motivated or when things are going well, but the real test is whether you can maintain that effort when the motivation fades or when you face setbacks. Consistency is what separates those who achieve lasting success from those who burn out or give up. It's about showing up every day, regardless of how you feel, and putting in the work. This kind of consistency requires discipline, but it also requires a deep connection to your why. When you have a clear understanding of your purpose, when you know why you're putting in the effort, it becomes easier to stay committed, even when the journey gets tough. Outworking everyone also means embracing the grind in its entirety, the good, the bad, and the ugly. There will be days when you feel unstoppable, when everything falls into place and the results of your effort are visible. But there will also be days when you question why you're doing this, when the progress seems slow and the obstacles feel insurmountable. It's in these moments that your work ethic is truly tested. Outworking everyone means showing up on those days and giving your all, even when you don't feel like it. It's about understanding that every small step, every drop of effort adds up over time. It's a cumulative process. And the rewards come to those who are willing to stick with it, no matter what. The mindset of outworking everyone is not about comparison, it's about commitment. It's not about looking around to see what others are doing or measuring your effort against theirs. It's about setting your own standard of excellence and refusing to fall short of it. This is a deeply personal journey. And the only competition that truly matters is the one you have with yourself. When you adopt this mindset, you stop worrying about what others are doing and start focusing entirely on your own path. This level of focus allows you to pour all your energy into your goals without being distracted or discouraged by external factors. Outworking everyone is also about adaptability. It's about recognizing that the road to success is rarely straightforward and being willing to adjust your approach when necessary. This doesn't mean compromising on your goals, but it does mean being flexible in your methods. Sometimes the hardest work you'll do is figuring out how to overcome obstacles or finding new ways to achieve your objectives. This requires creativity, problem solving, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. It's not just about working harder, it's about working smarter, finding ways to maximize your effort and ensure that every ounce of energy you put in is moving you closer to your goals. Staying hungry for greatness is not merely about ambition, it's about maintaining an insatiable desire to push beyond the boundaries of what is comfortable or expected. It's a mindset that keeps you striving, evolving, and refusing to settle for anything less than your full potential. Hunger is the fuel that drives action, the relentless energy that keeps you moving forward when others stop. It's what separates those who achieve fleeting success from those who build legacies. To stay hungry means to cultivate a constant sense of urgency and determination, to approach every day with the mindset that there is always another level to reach, another goal to achieve, another skill to master. This kind of hunger doesn't come from external rewards or validation. It comes from within. It's born out of a deep understanding of your purpose and a commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. Greatness is not about achieving a single milestone or reaching a certain status. It's about continuously raising the bar for yourself. It's about looking at where you are today and asking, what's next? Staying hungry means never getting too comfortable or complacent. It means recognizing that the moment you start to coast is the moment you begin to lose momentum. Hunger for greatness is rooted in a desire to grow, and growth requires discomfort. To stay hungry, you must embrace the challenges and uncertainties that come with pursuing something bigger than yourself. It's about willingly stepping into the unknown, taking risks, and being okay with the possibility of failure because you know that every failure is an opportunity to learn and grow. People who are hungry for greatness don't fear failure, they fear stagnation. They understand that staying in the same place, doing the same things, and thinking the same way is a recipe for mediocrity. Hunger drives them to seek out new opportunities, to take on bigger challenges, and to constantly expand their horizons. Maintaining hunger also requires discipline and focus. The distractions of everyday life, the temptation to settle for comfort, and the allure of short-term gratification can all dull your hunger over time. That's why it's so important to stay connected to your why. Your why is the reason you started this journey in the first place. It's the vision of the future you're working toward, the impact you want to make, the person you want to become. When you keep your why front and center, it becomes easier to stay motivated, even when the road gets tough. It reminds you that the sacrifices you're making now are worth it in the long run. Staying hungry for greatness also means surrounding yourself with the right people. Hunger is contagious, and being around others who are equally driven and ambitious can inspire you to keep pushing forward. On the other hand, spending time with people who are content with mediocrity can sap your energy and dampen your hunger. Choose your circle wisely. Seek out mentors, peers, and even competitors who challenge you to be better, who hold you accountable, and who remind you of the heights you're capable of reaching. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your mindset, so make sure they're pushing you closer to greatness, not pulling you away from it. Another key aspect of staying hungry is celebrating progress without losing sight of the bigger picture. It's important to acknowledge and appreciate the milestones you achieve along the way, but those celebrations should be brief and followed by a renewed commitment to the journey ahead. When you achieve a goal, it's not the end, it's a stepping stone. People who are hungry for greatness don't let success make them complacent. Instead, they use it as proof that their hard work is paying off, and they channel that momentum into pursuing the next challenge. Each victory becomes a building block for something even greater. Hunger for greatness also requires resilience. The path to greatness is rarely smooth, and setbacks are inevitable. But for those who are truly hungry, setbacks are not roadblocks, they're detours. They're opportunities to regroup, learn, and come back stronger. Resilience is what allows you to keep going when the odds are stacked against you, when progress feels slow, or when you're tempted to give up. It's the determination to keep pushing forward, no matter how many times you fall. Hunger is what turns resilience into action. It's what keeps you getting back up time and time again, because you know that greatness is worth the struggle. To stay hungry, you must also cultivate a mindset of curiosity and openness. Hunger is not just about working harder, it's about thinking bigger. It's about constantly seeking new knowledge, new perspectives, and new ways to improve. People who are hungry for greatness are lifelong learners. They don't rest on what they already know. They're always looking for ways to expand their understanding and refine their approach. This curiosity keeps their hunger alive because it reminds them that there's always more to discover, always more to achieve, always another level to reach. Ultimately, staying hungry is about rejecting the idea of good enough. It's about striving for excellence in everything you do, not because you're chasing perfection, but because you believe in giving your best effort every time. It's about holding yourself to a standard that others might consider excessive, but that you know is necessary to achieve your goals. Hunger for greatness is not something that comes and goes. It's a mindset that you cultivate, nurture, and protect every single day. It's the fire that drives you to keep going, to keep growing, and to keep striving for more. Mastering your emotions is not about suppressing how you feel or pretending to be unaffected by life's challenges. It's about understanding, owning, and directing your emotions in a way that empowers you rather than controls you. Emotions are a powerful force capable of driving you to incredible achievements or pulling you into destructive patterns. To be truly effective, to excel in every aspect of your life, you must learn to navigate your emotional landscape with precision and purpose. It's not about being unemotional, it's about being emotionally intelligent, knowing when to let your feelings guide you and when to step back and take charge of them. The first step to mastering your emotions is self-awareness. You must be able to recognize what you're feeling in a moment and understand the underlying cause. Many people go through life reacting impulsively to their emotions without ever stopping to examine them. This lack of awareness leads to regretful decisions, strained relationships, and missed opportunities. When you become aware of your emotions, you gain the ability to pause, reflect, and choose how to respond. This self-awareness doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistent practice and a willingness to be honest with yourself. You have to take the time to observe your thoughts, feelings, and reactions, and to understand the patterns that drive your behavior. Once you've developed self-awareness, the next step is emotional regulation. This doesn't mean denying your emotions or forcing yourself to feel something you don't. It means finding constructive ways to manage your emotions so that they work for you rather than against you. For example, when you're feeling angry, you can channel that energy into something productive rather than letting it lead to destructive actions. When you're feeling overwhelmed, you can use techniques like deep breathing or mindfulness to regain your focus. Emotional regulation is about finding balance. It's not about eliminating negative emotions, but learning how to handle them in a way that aligns with your values and goals. Another critical aspect of mastering your emotions is understanding their purpose. Emotions are not random, they're signals that provide valuable information about what's happening in your life. Fear can alert you to potential danger. Sadness can signal a need for healing. And joy can indicate that you're aligned with your values. When you understand the purpose of your emotions, you can use them as a guide rather than a hindrance. For example, instead of letting fear paralyze you, you can use it as a signal to prepare and take calculated risks. Instead of avoiding sadness, you can acknowledge it and use it as an opportunity for growth and self-reflection. Mastering your emotions also requires developing resilience. Life is unpredictable, and you will face situations that test your emotional strength. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and keep moving forward despite challenges. To build resilience, you need to cultivate a growth mindset. This means viewing difficulties as opportunities to learn and grow rather than as insurmountable obstacles. It also means building a strong support system of people who uplift and encourage you. Resilience is not about being unaffected by challenges. It's about finding the strength to rise above them and keep going. To truly master your emotions, you must also develop empathy. This means understanding and respecting the emotions of others while maintaining control over your own. Empathy allows you to build stronger connections, navigate conflicts more effectively, and lead with compassion. It's not about absorbing the emotions of others or letting them dictate your own feelings. It's about recognizing and validating their experiences while staying grounded in your own perspective. When you cultivate empathy, you enhance your ability to communicate, collaborate, and influence others in a positive way. Another essential component of emotional mastery is knowing how to let go of emotions that no longer serve you. Holding on to anger, resentment, or guilt can weigh you down and prevent you from moving forward. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or excusing what happened. It means releasing the emotional grip it has on you. This process requires forgiveness, not just of others, but also of yourself. It means acknowledging your emotions, processing them, and then choosing to release them so you can focus on the present and create a better future. Letting go is not a one-time act. It's a skill that you develop and practice over time. Mastering your emotions also involves setting boundaries. This means knowing when to protect your energy and when to assert your needs. Boundaries are not about shutting others out. They're about creating space for your well-being and maintaining emotional balance. When you set healthy boundaries, you reduce stress, prevent burnout, and create an environment where you can thrive. This requires clear communication and a willingness to prioritize yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. Setting boundaries is a form of self-respect, and it's an essential part of emotional mastery. Finally, mastering your emotions means taking responsibility for them. It's easy to blame others or external circumstances for how you feel, but true mastery comes from owning your emotions and recognizing that you have the power to choose your response. This doesn't mean denying the impact of external events, but it does mean taking control of how you interpret and react to them. When you take responsibility for your emotions, you empower yourself to create the life you want rather than being at the mercy of circumstances. This level of ownership requires courage and self-discipline, but it's the foundation of emotional mastery. Building discipline is the cornerstone of achieving any meaningful goal. It's not about relying on fleeting motivation or bursts of inspiration, but about committing to a consistent routine that aligns with your values and ambitions. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, because you understand the bigger picture. It's not glamorous or exciting. In fact, it's often tedious and demanding. But it's this daily commitment, this unwavering dedication that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Discipline begins with clarity. You need to know exactly what you're working toward and why it matters to you. Without a clear purpose, discipline becomes difficult to sustain. Your goals should be specific, measurable, and deeply connected to your values. When you have a strong why, it becomes easier to stay disciplined because you're not just going through the motions, you're working towards something that truly matters to you. Clarity provides the focus you need to direct your energy and efforts effectively, ensuring that every action you take is moving you closer to your objectives. One of the most challenging aspects of discipline is overcoming resistance. Resistance comes in many forms: procrastination, self-doubt, distractions, and the temptation to choose comfort over progress. To build discipline, you must learn to recognize and confront this resistance head-on. This means developing strategies to push through the moments when you want to give up or take the easier path. It might mean setting strict schedules, removing distractions, or breaking tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Whatever it takes, you must find ways to stay on track, even when resistance tries to pull you off course. Another critical component of discipline is consistency. Success is not achieved through occasional bursts of effort, but through sustained, focused action over time. This means showing up every day, even when you're tired, even when progress feels slow, and even when no one else is watching. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum creates results. It's the small daily actions that compound over time and lead to extraordinary outcomes. This level of consistency requires a mindset shift. It's not about waiting for the perfect conditions or the right moment. It's about committing to the process no matter what. This is Javi. At the same time, surrounding yourself with strong, positive influences means being willing to let go of relationships that no longer serve you. This can be one of the hardest parts of the process, but it's also one of the most important. Negative influences, those who drain your energy, discourage your dreams, or hold you back with their own limitations, can have a devastating impact on your progress. These are the people who undermine your confidence, distract you from your goals, or create unnecessary drama in your life. Letting go of these relationships is not about judgment or blame. It's about recognizing that you deserve to be in an environment that nurtures your growth. It's about making a conscious choice to prioritize your well-being and your future over the comfort of familiarity. The people you surround yourself with also play a crucial role in shaping your mindset. Positive influences help you adopt a growth-oriented perspective, encouraging you to see challenges as opportunities and failures as learning experiences. They help you focus on solutions instead of dwelling on problems. Their optimism and resilience become a source of strength, reminding you that setbacks are temporary and that perseverance is the key to success. This shift in mindset is transformative. When you're surrounded by people who believe in possibility and potential, it becomes easier to adopt that belief for yourself. Their faith in you helps you build the confidence and determination needed to achieve your goals. Strong influences also bring diversity of thought and experience to your life. When you surround yourself with people from different backgrounds, industries, and perspectives, you open yourself up to new ideas and opportunities. These individuals expand your horizons, challenging you to think differently and consider possibilities you might not have imagined on your own. They introduce you to new ways of approaching problems, new strategies for achieving success, and new ways of seeing the world. This exposure is invaluable for personal and professional growth, as it helps you become more adaptable, innovative, and well-rounded. Moreover, positive influences help you stay accountable to your goals. It's easy to lose focus or let self-doubt creep in when you're on your own, but having people in your corner who hold you to a higher standard makes all the difference. They don't let you make excuses or settle for mediocrity. Building a network of strong, positive influences requires intentionality and effort. You need to seek out people who align with your values and share your commitment to growth. This might mean joining professional organizations, attending events, or reaching out to mentors and peers who inspire you. It's not about quantity, but quality. One meaningful connection can have a greater impact than a dozen superficial relationships. Building these connections takes time and effort, but the rewards are immeasurable. The right people can help you achieve your goals faster, navigate challenges more effectively, and find fulfillment in the journey. Finally, surrounding yourself with strong, positive influences is not just about what you receive, it's also about what you give. Relationships are a two-way street, and to attract the right people, you need to be the right person. This means showing up with authenticity, integrity, and a willingness to support others in their own journeys. It means being someone who inspires, uplifts, and challenges those around you. Embracing failure as a stepping stone to success is one of the most powerful mindset shifts you can make. Failure is not the end, it's a necessary part of the process, a teacher that provides invaluable lessons you can't learn any other way. The fear of failure often paralyzes people, holding them back from taking risks and pursuing their goals with full force. But failure, when seen through the right lens, is not something to be avoided. It's something to be avoided. It's something to be embraced. It's the forge where resilience is built, creativity is sharpened, and character is developed. Failure forces you to confront your limitations and weaknesses, It's easy to stay in your comfort zone, doing only what you know you're good at, but growth doesn't happen there. Growth happens when you push yourself beyond your current capabilities, and sometimes that means stumbling along the way. When you fail, you're given a unique opportunity to identify the gaps in your knowledge, skills, or strategy. This self-awareness is critical for improvement. Without failure, you might never realize where you need to grow or what adjustments are necessary to reach the next level. Failure exposes the areas that need work, giving you a clear path forward. The lessons learned from failure are often more impactful than those gained from success. Success can sometimes breed complacency. It's easy to become satisfied and stop pushing yourself when things are going well. Failure, on the other hand, keeps you humble and hungry. It forces you to ask hard questions. What went wrong? What could I have done differently? These questions lead to deeper insights and a more profound understanding of the challenges you're facing. Failure is a mirror that reflects not just what went wrong, but also what you're capable of when you choose to persevere. Failure also builds resilience, the ability to bounce back after setbacks and keep moving forward. Resilience is not something you're born with, it's a skill that's developed through experience, and failure is one of its greatest teachers. Each time you fail and decide to try again, you're strengthening your mental toughness. You're proving to yourself that you're capable of overcoming obstacles and that no setback is permanent. Resilience is what allows you to keep going when the road gets tough, to adapt to new challenges, and to find solutions when the original plan doesn't work out. It's the quality that separates those who succeed from those who give up at the first sign of difficulty. Moreover, failure teaches creativity and innovation. When you face a setback, you're forced to think differently, to explore alternative approaches and strategies. Failure pushes you out of conventional thinking and into the realm of possibilities you might not have considered otherwise. Many of the world's greatest achievements and breakthroughs were born from failure when one way didn't work. The people behind them found a better way. Failure drives innovation because it challenges you to solve problems and adapt in ways that success never will. It's a catalyst for ingenuity, pushing you to explore new territory and uncover hidden potential. Failure also teaches you the value of persistence. It's easy to stay motivated when everything is going smoothly, but true determination is tested when things fall apart. Failure asks you a simple but profound question: how badly do you want it? If the answer is strong enough, you'll find a way to keep going. This persistence is what turns failure into a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. Each attempt, even if it doesn't succeed, brings you closer to your goal. It's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up. Failure weeds out the uncommitted, leaving only those who are truly dedicated to their vision. Failure also cultivates humility and empathy. When you fail, you're reminded of your humanity, your imperfections, and the fact that success is never guaranteed. This humility makes you more understanding of others who are also struggling or facing their own setbacks. It deepens your connections and relationships because it reminds you that everyone is on their own journey with their own challenges to overcome. Humility keeps you grounded even when you eventually succeed because you never forget the lessons learned in your lowest moments. Another crucial aspect of embracing failure is reframing how you define it. Failure is not a reflection of your worth or abilities, it's simply feedback. It's information that tells you what didn't work and why. When you start seeing failure as data rather than a personal indictment, it becomes easier to detach from the emotional sting and focus on the lessons. This shift in perspective empowers you to experiment, take risks, and pursue ambitious goals without being paralyzed by the fear of failure. It frees you from the need for perfection and allows you to focus on progress instead. Failure also builds confidence, not in the sense of arrogance, but in the sense of self-assurance that comes from knowing you can handle setbacks. When you failed and risen again, you develop an inner strength that no external validation can provide. You begin to trust your ability to navigate challenges, to adapt, and to keep moving forward no matter what happens.